General Hospital will reveal that Sonny has carefully considered each step in his plan, fully aware that the battle with Cyrus is not just personal, but also involves the lives of many innocent people. The mob boss decides that collaborating with Isaiah will be the key to exposing the enemy's sinister plot. Isaiah, with his medical expertise and sharp intuition, becomes an invaluable ally in setting up a trap to deceive the opponent. The first step is for Sonny to fake a hospitalization due to acute heart failure symptoms. The image of the powerful mob boss lying weakly in a hospital bed quickly spreads throughout the hospital, drawing attention from everyone, including potential enemies. Inside the ICU, where the light is dim and medical equipment hums steadily, Sonny plays the role of a patient facing a critical condition. Nurses and doctors, including Isaiah, all assist, making this staged situation entirely convincing. The medical charts are expertly fabricated, irregular heart rhythms are recorded on the monitor, and altered test results are presented to validate Sonny's condition. Cyrus does not take long to receive the news. His arrogance and thirst for domination prevent him from resisting the opportunity to attack his enemy at his weakest moment. Meanwhile, Isaiah quietly gathers all information related to previous murders. Evidence from the poisoned 4 bags with digitalis and the autopsy reports all point to Cyrus being behind these incidents. Isaiah works tirelessly, collaborating with forensic specialists and hospital staff to scrutinize every detail. Brad, under Portia's direction, is also investigating recent deaths linked to digitalis. Every report, every tiny detail, is pieced together into a bigger picture where Cyrus emerges as the villain lurking in the background. Surveillance footage is thoroughly examined, but it is still not enough to directly accuse him. Thus, they decide to expedite the plan to force Cyrus to reveal himself. Isaiah, as the leader of the medical investigation team, continues to provide sharp analyses to strengthen the case. On a fateful evening, when the hospital is quieter than usual, Cyrus secretly infiltrates Sonny's ICU room. He brings a syringe filled with digitalis, his cold gaze reflecting his determination to finish off his enemy. Outside, PCPD members are ready, monitoring Cyrus's every move through the surveillance cameras. Meanwhile, Isaiah is in another room, constantly checking the computer data to ensure everything is proceeding as planned. When Cyrus enters the room, he carefully closes the door, his eyes fixed on Sonny's weak body. He moves forward, each step exuding confidence and a sense of power. However, as he nears the bed and prepares to inject the poison, Sonny suddenly opens his eyes, his gaze sharp and predatory. Before Cyrus can react, Isaiah and the PCPD members appear from the shadows, surrounding the entire room. Cyrus is cornered with no way out. The clear evidence and Sonny's presence leave him with no choice but to face the truth. However, in a final moment, he pulls out a poison pill and swallows it quickly before anyone can stop him. Cyrus collapses on the floor, leaving behind a haunting shadow of the crimes he committed. After this event, the hospital returns to its usual routine, but the losses remain. Michael, Sam, and Dex, the victims of the sinister plot, serve as a painful reminder of the cost of hatred and power. Sonny, though victorious, still carries the burden of protecting his family and loved ones. He decides to increase security, not only for himself but for everyone involved. Isaiah continues his work at the hospital, now with a stronger sense of purpose in his mission. Meanwhile, hospital staff, from nurses to doctors, are also warned and trained on how to detect and handle such serious incidents. Brad, after completing his task, receives praise from Portia and others for his effort and dedication. The story of Sonny and Cyrus's showdown concludes, but its aftermath lingers, reminding everyone that good must always fight to protect justice, even when faced with the most dangerous challenges. The General Hospital is not only a place of healing but also a battleground where the forces of good and evil, life and death, clash in intense struggles. Even though Cyrus has ended his own life in a final act of desperation, unanswered questions still weigh heavily on the minds of all those involved. While all evidence points to Cyrus as the mastermind behind the malicious attacks, an underlying worry still creeps into Sunny and Isaiah's thoughts. The attacks, which have been carried out with such sophistication, seem beyond what Cyrus could have orchestrated alone. Could someone else be behind these horrific events, pulling the strings? Isaiah begins to re-examine every tiny clue, from how digitalis was supplied to the strange coincidences in patient records. Altered files, untraceable prescriptions, and mysterious patients appearing and disappearing, this is not just carelessness or a glitch in the system. Brad, under Portia's guidance, digs deeper into the old records and realizes that the incidents involving digitalis had been going on for years before Cyrus ever arrived at the hospital. A shadowy network seems to have been operating quietly, with Cyrus possibly just a pawn in a larger scheme run by a hidden mastermind with sharp intelligence and dangerous ambitions. Sunny cannot shake his sense of unease. After years of fighting in the underground world, he knows that the most dangerous plots often hide in the shadows. Cyrus's death may not be the end but could instead be the beginning of an even more terrifying sequence of events. Sunny's loved ones, as well as all the patients and staff at the hospital, are still at risk. No one is safe, and the prolonged silence only amplifies the fear. In the days following Cyrus's death, a series of strange events begins to unfold. Medical reports go missing, patients suddenly worsen with no clear cause, and unfamiliar faces appear around the hospital. Isaiah, with his keen instincts, realizes that these are not random accidents. A patient who was reported dead months ago is unexpectedly found on a new list, and doses of medication are mysteriously altered. The hospital, once a place of healing, has now become the epicenter of bizarre and dangerous activities. Sunny and his team begin to question everyone around them. Is anyone among the hospital staff secretly collaborating with the enemy? Or has the true mastermind infiltrated the hospital system in ways no one could imagine? Sunny, with his experience dealing with dangerous organizations, knows that this is not just an individual but a well-organized operation backed by powerful resources. The deeper they dig, the more they realize that the danger does not just lie within the hospital but has spread throughout the community. A chain of small clinics and pharmacies in the area shows signs of being linked to illegal activities. Isaiah and Brad coordinate to trace the digitalis supply, but the leads seem to dead end, with records destroyed or witnesses mysteriously disappearing. Meanwhile, some hospital staff begin to receive anonymous threats warning them not to reveal any information. A young nurse, who reported a strange patient, is found to have gone missing just days later. Fear spreads through the hospital corridors, with everyone on high alert. Sunny knows that to face the real enemy, he must plan more carefully than ever. He mobilizes all his resources, from his underground network to reliable allies like Anna. Isaiah, though a doctor, is also ready to join this battle with all his strength. Both understand that this fight is not just to protect themselves but to safeguard all the innocent people threatened by a malevolent force. The darkness still looms, and the unseen enemies are waiting for the right moment to strike. A new battle has begun, and it promises to be fiercer than anything they have ever faced. Sunny and Isaiah know that to defeat the enemy, they must be ready to confront even greater challenges, unforeseeable dangers, and inevitable losses. This battle is not just theirs, it is a fight for justice and the safety of everyone.